closer. All the stars are close. Maybe the night that my dreams might let me know. All the stars are closer. All the stars are closer. All the stars are close. Oh, shit. I forgot. I was recording. I'm so sorry. Ignore the, whatever I was doing. I wasn't doing anything. I was just minding my own P's and Q's, and here we are. That, of course, reminds me. We gotta talk about this halftime show. If I wanted to basically give the middle finger to the president, American media, Drake, culture and societal norms that have existed over the past couple hundred years, I'd basically do Kendrick Lamar's halftime show. Of course it was. Did you really think that I was gonna say no? People have to look at this through the eyes of hip hop and understand how just impactful of a moment this was and how it would be etched in time. I'm sorry, how it will be etched in time as one of the greatest moments in music history. Last year, we let the skeletons out of the closet, speaking truth to power and holding those people of power accountable. And this year, it's all about dancing on those graves, and I am all for it. I mean, even playing snippets of Not Like Us, the one song that people were desperately craving to hear, isn't enough. Though some people didn't want that to happen. It wasn't enough for Kendrick. It wasn't enough for K-Dot. It was the message that came with the whole thing. You're Not Like Us in this instance, is to more than just Drake and other creepy celebrities that exist. It's to the media, the president, and to the people that are just too ignorant to understand the everyday struggles in America. To get back to the song for a minute, the fact that he played Not Like Us, wore a necklace with a lowercase a on it, which conspiratorially could mean A minor. Staring into the camera when talking to Drake like a crazy man is not just my personal highlight of the song at all. What gets me is this.
A minor.
This stadium screamed it like it was their turn on the mic. In the words of academics, this is his shot heard around the world. There is never going to be another moment like this where someone plays a diss track of this magnitude at the Super Bowl and get away with it. I don't think it's possible. This is the type of petty and drive that I personally aspire to. Hey, it's post-Matt editing again. I was pulling everything up, starting to do some editing, to go into the editing process or whatever, and I'm scrolling through threads of all places, and Duolingo is so unhinged. Watch.
Trying to strike a chord, and it's probably
A minor. I mean, listen, when chords are struck, right, it has to be A minor. God damn it. I mean, you have both SZA and Serena Williams out there, Drake's exes, in a full support of K-Dot. It's beautiful. I mean, watching Serena Williams crip walk is the greatest thing I've ever seen in my life. But let's remove this two-dimensional view of the Super Bowl and look a little further into this performance to see why it's such a staple during 2025. You have the President of the United States there to see if people really cared about his presence, to which they don't. K-Dot coming off of winning 5 out of 5 Grammy wins for his huge diss against Drake, and knowing how powerful a message K-Dot likes to leave with his songs and performances. It only makes sense that he would leave something for the biggest and most viewed space of all time to enjoy. 80,000 people in the stadium, 100 million watching from home. It makes perfect sense for him to make his message known of the issues that he himself sees from America's predominantly white society, music industry, media in general, and members of the rap game like Drake. Having his dancers in red, white, and blue, and Samuel Jackson as Uncle Sam saying things like, "You're too loud, too reckless, too ghetto," followed by play the game, preceding songs like Humble, DNA, Euphoria, and Man at the Garden. Then, after singing All of the Stars with SZA, you see Samuel saying things like, "That's what America wants. Nice and calm. Don't mess this up." Then immediately going into the famous Not Like Us track. It speaks volumes. From what I can perceive, Kendrick is trying to show that he is fighting against the system that fully deserves it, by the way, just fully deserves it, while serving the people that care about him and giving them what they want. In the beginning, he says, "The revolution will be televised. You picked the right time, but the wrong guy." The setting of the stage is a game that Kendrick plays while we observe. That's why you see PlayStation-like symbols on the stage with a road with streetlights in between the buttons. It's both the rap game, the industrial game, the American game. That's what he's showing us. I see that mixture very well, infusing with each other, especially when he's being sued by Drake, which in hip-hop, just to let you know, is a huge no-no. It's the worst thing that you should be doing, especially when it's with diss tracks. The dancers in the classic red, white, and blue, symbolizing that they are the true America, while Uncle Samuel is more of a caricature, the societal and governmental norms that try to force artists to bend a certain way, a plague on our society's desire for true freedoms of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Kendrick is a poet, an artist, a Pulitzer Prize winner. You have got to just admire it all. Now, I would be a bit dishonest if I said that this is the best Super Bowl performance, because honestly, there are better in my opinion, but that's just because historically, the halftime show had some big names that were just next level incredible with their stage. I mean, you can't beat Lady Gaga, Bruno Mars, Madonna's, Michael Jackson's, Beyonce's performances, or in my personal opinion, the best of all, Prince's performance. But Kendrick's is in that upper echelon. It's still one of the biggest staples in hip-hop's history. I mean, it's next to Dr. Dre's Super Bowl, but I think K-Dot did an outstanding job, and for people that are actually watching it and understanding the point, it potentially beats it. I had this idea of seeing him bring out Lil Wayne, since he's a New Orleans native, and the impact that it would have been to see them both on the stage together performing, but I don't think it would have worked out so well. With their friendship of Drake and Wayne still being, I guess, in the air, it's hard to have him on that stage, even though hoes gonna be hoes, and you can't blame Tammy. And even though Drake got a tattoo of Lil Wayne, like a bitch apologizing, I wouldn't have been friends personally with Drake if I was Wayne, and I would have immediately called K-Dot and said, let's get to work. But I think after that loyalty for so long and Young Money, that's why he's not there. Mind you, it's just an incredible thing to see. Having a performance like this is going to be just etched in stone. And for the people that don't understand or didn't get the point and thought that somebody else could have done a better performance than Kendrick or even Lil Wayne, that's who he's talking to. He's talking to people like you that don't understand it. Not you. You understand it very well. That's why you're watching the video and leaving a like. He's talking to you that doesn't understand it. You've been spoon-fed every single moment in your life, giving yourself the opportunity and the joys in this world of America capitalism that not many other people, or not others, have had the opportunity to obtain. The multiple executive orders that have just swept away or are trying to sweep away the things that have been giving us our rights, giving us our freedoms, giving us our joys of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. And yet you sit there with a shit-eating grin on your face saying, well, he's my president. This is who I voted for. There's so many videos now that are showing those supporters thinking to themselves, oh no, I made a mistake. Look at what I have done. I didn't think he was going to do this, even though they've been spoon-fed the whole time of him actually doing the things that he said that he was going to do. So this message is for you because we've been shouting from the rooftops and you just didn't care. And when someone like Kendrick comes along and artistically, like Pablo fucking Picasso, paints this picture of the struggles and the injustices and the problems that we are facing in this game, I mean, you got to hand it to the guy. He's an artist. Comment down below if you want me to talk about something else. And if you liked my take on this, then like and subscribe. But if you didn't, then dislike, leave a comment, and then subscribe, and then unsubscribe. I don't know. Figure it out. I'm going to go watch the show again. Maybe the night in my dreams might let me know all the stars are closer. All I really wanna know is where this thing is going. Cause what I have noticed is your hand in mine. Cause I know what you are doing.